Assalamualaikum. Hi, I'm Ulfa. In this video, I'm going to tell you about multiple intelligences and learning style. Both of them are interesting topics, especially for teachers and students. So, without wasting the time, let's have a look. In 1983, a Harvard psychologist Howard Gardner introduced a theory of multiple intelligences in his book Frame of Mind. The theory utilized cognitive and developmental psychology, anthropology, and sociology to explain the human intellect. Well, there are 8 kinds of intelligence developed by Gardner. The first is verbal or linguistic. Verbal or linguistic intelligence refers to an individual's ability to understand and manipulate words and languages. Everyone commonly possesses this intelligence at some level, including reading, writing, speaking, and other forms of verbal and written communication. Teachers can enhance their students' verbal or linguistic intelligence by keeping journals, playing word games, and encouraging discussion. People with strong rhetorical and oratory skills such as poets, authors, and attorneys show vital linguistic intelligence. Some examples are Maya Angelou and Martin Luther King. But if you hardly recognize them, you may take Najwa Shihab, Terelie, and Rocky Gerung as example. The second is logical or mathematical. Logical or mathematical intelligence refers to an individual's ability to do things with data, collect and organize, analyze, interpret, conclude, and predict. These individuals are oriented toward thinking, inductive and deductive logic, numeration, and abstract patterns. They would be a contemplative problem solver who likes to play strategy games and solve mathematical problems. Being strong in this intelligence often implies excellent scientific ability. And some real-life examples of people who are gifted with this intelligence are Albert Einstein and Indonesian YouTuber Jerome Pauline. Linguistic intelligence and logical mathematical intelligence have been highly valued in education and learning environments. Next, visual or spatial. Visual or spatial intelligence refers to the ability to form and manipulate a mental model. People with this kind of intelligence tend to learn most readily from visual presentation, such as movies, pictures, videos, and demonstrations using model and props. They like to draw, paint, and sculpt their ideas and often express their feelings and moods through art. Pablo Picasso, Bobby Fischer, and legendary Indonesian artist Avandi Kusuma are some examples of people gifted with this intelligence. Now, we have bodily kinesthetic. Bodily or kinesthetic intelligence refers to people who process information through the sensation they feel in their bodies. These people like to move around, touch the people they are talking to, and act things out. They are good at small and large muscle skills. They enjoy sport and physical activities. They often express themselves through dance. Some examples of gifted people with this intelligence are Michael Jordan, Jim Carrey, and Jimin from BTS. Next, naturalistic. Naturalistic intelligence is seen in someone who recognizes and classifies plants, animals, and materials, including a mastery taxonomist. They are holistic thinkers who recognize specimens and value the unusual. They are aware of species such as flora and fauna around them. Muhammad Panji, also known as Panji Petualang, is an example of a person gifted with this intelligence. Next, musical intelligence. Musical intelligence refers to understanding, creating, and interpreting musical pitches, timbre, rhythm, and tones, and composing music. Teachers can integrate activities into their lesson that encourage students' musical intelligence by playing music for the class and assigning tasks that involve students creating lyrics about the materials being taught. Composers and instrumentals are individuals with strength in this area. Mozart, Louis Armstrong, and Agnes Mo are examples. Next, interpersonal. Interpersonal intelligence is the ability to interpret and respond to others' moods, emotions, motivations, and actions. Interpersonal intelligence also requires good communication and interaction skill and the ability to show empathy towards other individuals' feeling. Some examples of people with this intelligence include Mahatma Gandhi, Bill Clinton, and well-known artist Marshanda. The last one, intrapersonal. Intrapersonal intelligence is the ability to know oneself. It is an internalized version of interpersonal intelligence. To exhibit strength in this interpersonal intelligence, an individual must be able to understand their own emotions, motivation, and be aware of their strengths and weaknesses. Overall, Gardner emphasized that all human beings possess all intelligence in varying degrees. Each individual has a different intelligence profile. Basically, theory was not designed for use in a classroom application. However, we cannot deny that educators have been widely embraced and enjoy numerous adaptations in various educational settings. Teachers have always known that students have a different strengths and weaknesses in the classroom. So, there are two approaches to implement multiple intelligences theory in the classroom. One is a teacher-centered approach, in which the educator incorporates materials, resources, and activities into the lesson and that to teach to the different intelligences. The other is a student-centered approach, in which students create various materials and demonstrate their understanding of the subject. The student-centered approach allows students to use their varied forms of intelligence actively. Now we move to learning style. The term learning style refers to the uniqueness of how each learner receives and processes new information through their sense. The National Association of Secondary School Principals defines learning style as the composite of characteristic cognitive, affective, and psychological factors that serve relatively stable indicators of how a learner perceive and interact with and respond to the learning environment. Other phrases are used interchangeably with learning style. Some include perceptual style, learning modalities, and learning preference. Each person is born with specific preferences toward particular style, but culture, experience, and development influence this preference. The four most common learning styles are visual, oral, reading or writing, and kinesthetic or tactile. The first, the visual learning style. Visual learners process information most effectively when the information is seen. Depictions can include charts, graphs, flowcharts, and all the symbolic arrows, circle, and other devices that teachers use to represent what could have been presented in words. Most people are classified as visual learners. Learning strategies to support this learning style includes: first, replace word with symbolic or initial. Second, translate concept into pictures and diagrams. Third, underline or highlight the notes or textbook with different color, and make flashcard for crucial information with words, symbol, and diagrams. The second is the oral learning style. Oral learning style processes information most effectively when spoken or heard. These learners respond well to lectures and discussion, and they are also very excellent listeners. They also like to talk about and enjoy music and drama. When trying to recall information, oral learner can often hear how someone told them the information. Here's some strategies for this learning style. The first, attend lecture and tutorials. And the second is discuss topic with teachers and classmates. You may also put summarized notes on tab and listen to them. The third is the reading and writing learning style. Reading-writing learners process information most effectively when presented in a written language format. This type of learners benefits from instructors that use the blackboard to accent important points or provide outlines of the lecture material. When recalling information, reading and writing learners remember the words from their mind's eye. Many academics have a strong preference for the reading and writing style. Here are some learning strategies for this learning style. First, write out important information again and again. Second, organize any diagrams into statements. You may also rewrite the ideas and principles in other words. And the last style is the kinesthetic or tactile learning style. Kinesthetic and tactile learners process information actively through physical means. Kinesthetic learning refers to whole body movement, while tactile learning refers only to sense of touch. These learners gesture when speaking. They are poor listeners and lose interest in long speeches. This learning style is that the learner is connected to real situations through experience, example, practice, or simulation. Learning strategies for this style are: first, sitting near the teacher in the classroom situation and read out loud the textbook and notes, listen to audio types, or take an information through field trips, laboratories, trial and error, exhibits, collection, and hands-on. So that's all about multiple intelligence and learning style. Through this video, hopefully we can define our multiple intelligences and we can recognize our learning style. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Wassalam.